You know what I'm surprised about? I'm surprised Konatsu turned out as well as she did later on, because we got to see how she is kind of as an adult because of the first couple episodes of Rakugo. But to see how she is as a kid, and kind of what her upbringing was with her parents, it surprises me to see how she turned out so good. Now, the thing is that Konatsu, very mature little kid. I mean, I know she was very mature when we got to see her as an adult, but seeing her in this episode, it shows you that she's way above normal children her age. She's very level-headed, and the way she's trying to help out her father, it's something that is very sweet. Now, I will say this episode was a beautiful episode, seeing Bon and Shin make up, pretty much brothers meeting again, having a conversation, and it was like Bon was trying to talk his brother into coming back doing what he used to love, Rakugo. Now, before I even get into that, and I talk about Konatsu to Shin and Bon's connection stuff and that bromance, let's talk about Mio. So, Mio, she straight up abandoned Shin and her daughter, and that... Okay, I know she has her reasons. I know we probably don't know the entire story, but we don't know the entirety of the story, but I gotta admit, no matter what, regardless, you should stay with your kid. And seeing Mio leave her kid and just going off and leaving her like that, it disgusts me. It really does. It disgusts me quite a bit just seeing how Mio did that to Konatsu. Not even Shin. You know, Shin deserves it. He's not one to work. Fine. I understand that. But leaving her own daughter, Konatsu, to do work and stuff for the father, it disgusts me. It really does. I'm really upset with Mio. But I mean, she's a cool character. I like her character. But just seeing that right there, it disgusts me seeing how she's acting as a mother. Hopefully there is a very good explanation for this. But sadly, I don't think we might get that one. Or maybe it's not going to be to the explanation that I want to see. So at this time, Mio... you're ranking as my, good character, like, in my eyes, like, a decently character, like, not a bad written character, I'm just saying, like, as a character that's, just, I can't stand because of their personality. Mio's definitely moved down, like, I just can't stand her now after that shit. So, let's move into the other stuff, let's get off of Mio. So, Konatsu... she wants to learn Rakugo, and you could see her little inspiration, like, we get to see the start of it, how she wants to learn from her father, she wants to learn from Bon, and, she asked Bon to do, some Rakugo for her. Shin noticed, and he got up, and then started helping out Bon to do some Rakugo, some dual Rakugo together, and it, cheered him up enough to where he might want to continue doing what he loves. The sad thing is as we know, because we know the future, we've seen the first couple episodes, we know Shin, he's gonna die. We kinda know this, he's dead. He's dead as fuck. And it makes me sad knowing this, because seeing the personality of the way Konatsu looks at Bon, and how Bon treats her, it makes me question what really happened. I mean, we need to know more to the story, but it really makes me question, because seeing how he was so sweet to her. I mean, Bon was so sweet to Konatsu. I mean, he cut her hair for her, he was telling her Rakugo, and I mean, the way he acted, I mean, he was just, being a very nice adult to her. And also, getting to see how he was there, and, he was helping out Shin as well, he's a very good man. I mean, even though Bon was being, selfish in some ways, he wasn't completely selfless, he was being selfish, he still was a good man, and he was doing something out of the kindness of his heart for the brother he cares about, and it makes me respect Bon, it really does, and it shows me why I think Bon, kind of cared for Konatsu in the future, because as we know, Konatsu stays with Bon, we know that, because, you have it to where Shin died, so Bon obviously is taking care of Konatsu. So with that being said, we know he had to, at the very least, care for her as she was growing up, and he helped her become the person she is today. A very level-headed adult that is smart and intelligent. Even though she still has the same dream to, do Rakugo, she's very intelligent, very smart. So Bon, at the very least, did a very good job with her. The main thing, though, is like, I wonder what's going to happen in these next couple episodes, because we're reaching the conclusion of the series. We are. And with reaching the conclusion, that must mean that we're going to probably get some crazy plot developments in the next couple episodes, probably next week's episode. We're going to get to see some shit go down. I wonder exactly what's going to happen with Mio when she gets there, like how Konatsu's going to react, and how, Shin's going to react, and Bon. And judging by the way the interaction was done, especially at the end of the episode with Mio, I know I said I was going to drop it, but, I got to talk about it, actually, because I forgot to mention it. Mio, she's like, oh, you finally came, and she was talking about Bon. So the way it is, it seems like Mio has still some form of attachment to Bon, and I hope that's, I'm getting the wrong vibes. I really hope I am getting the wrong vibes, and that's not exactly what it means, because that's what I was getting when I was watching this episode, that Mio still has these feelings attached to Bon, and she doesn't have them really attached to Shin. And if that is true, that's kind of fucked up, having a child, and then, doing that to Shin, and then to her child. I'm like, I just really hope I'm getting the wrong vibes. So, yeah, I mean, the episode, beautiful. It was a very funny episode, very entertaining when it came to the scenes with, Shin and Bon working together with Rakugo. And it really showed the distinct styles between Shin and Bon. Because, I mean, Bon has this gloomy atmosphere about him when he says his Rakugo. I mean, look at last week's episode when he was doing that Shinigami story. Very fucking good stuff. In this episode, it was very gloomy the way he was telling Rakugo. But then when Shin comes in, the entire room brightens up. So, I love how we get to see the differences between these two. It really never really dawned on me how different their styles are, and how they can make a story that's usually gloomy into something very bright, or vice versa. And I guess if you're the type of person that likes gloomy stories, you'll definitely probably like listening to Bon. But if you're someone that wants a very upbeat story that's very energetic and lively, you most likely want to listen to Shin. And I like that too. I really like the way that was displayed when they were telling Rakugo to each other. It was something I've really never picked up on much. I know they had their different styles about them, but I never really realized completely how different they are when they say a story. Like, just seeing that Rakugo from the same story and how they were kind of doing it, it just opened my eyes up like, holy shit, Shin and Bon are really fucking different with the way they tell the Rakugo. Like, gloomy side and then a bright side. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day, or night, wherever you live. Please be safe, everybody, and Chibi out.